welcome back. My name is Holly-Beth and this is my little channel where I get to talk about all things to do with crafts, knitting, etc. And today we're going to be talking about crochet. Also, I'm going to be starting a little commission. In February this year, I did a commission for someone that wanted a little black crochet cat. And it was using the pattern of the baby cats, like sitting version by GreenFrogCrochet. I have a few of their patterns and this one is no exception. It's really fun. It's really cute. It turned out so cute. This is a picture of what it looked like. It looked adorable. I used Kinko Yummy and then some other little bits like embroidery thread, etc. And today I have been commissioned by another person to do the same thing. So this is going to be a lot more in depth and a lot more maybe challenging, but it's going to be a lot more custom. So the colours are going to be manually done by me to make it look as close to the photos as possible of her little kitten. If you'd like to join me for that, then I'd love to have you. Let's get started. So for reference, the yarn that I'm using is a yarn from Hobbycraft. It is the quite new actually Plushy Friends yarn. The only one I haven't tried is the mini, it's the chenille, like the new chenille, just because I honestly don't think it's that soft. I don't need another yarn to try. I haven't actually tried this one properly yet. I have tried the Plushy Pals and I really like that. This one, however, I've not actually tried to crochet with. I say crochet because I probably wouldn't knit with this, but I'm unsure. So it says to use an 8mm, but an 8mm is huge. Also, I'm using this for amigurumi, so I usually go down a size, and I don't have a 7mm. I do have a 6mm, however, so I'm hoping that it's going to be alright. So that's my kind of assumption. I have a black and I also have a tan. I did wonder if we wanted a white, but the person this is for said don't worry about it because she's not got much white on her. She's got a little white chin because she's quite an elderly kitten. Yeah, but I thought I'd bring this along. I want to try and see how long this will take me, and I think there's going to be a lot of restarting and ripping back. I also really hope I have enough because this is all I've got. I've just got one of each colour, and I have other options if I think it's not going to work very well. I do have a pair of safety eyes left over from the other kitten, but they are going to be too small for this yarn because this yarn is going to end up bigger than the Yummy in my opinion. But I do have eyes for that, which I've talked to her about, been trying to speak to her about what exactly she wants so we can get it as close as possible. So this is kind of going to be like a yarn review slash project vlog slash you'll see all the things that go wrong and how many times I have to rip out and how the yarn holds up, etc. In this pattern there's like 4 different types of colours of cats. I think I'm going to follow the tabby cat just for the chest so I can keep an eye on how she changes colour because I haven't done this since February. Yeah, and I'm going to use it for like the face structure as well and see how that goes. Just for reference as well, this is what the tabby cat looks like. I think that could work quite well for the colour changes at least. We're going to hope that's the case because that would be really nice if that works. I really want to do something fancy with the ears. Paws are different colours and she's kind of different like stripes and stuff, but yeah, she's gorgeous, but she's definitely a custom cat. We're going to try and do something fancy with her nose as well because she's kind of a mixture of like a black, grey and pink nose. We're just going to see how it goes, see where it takes us. We are going to get started with her little tail, I think. Yeah, we're going to get started with her tail. Check that this is definitely the right, so crochet hook. So we're already starting with immediate custom. I think usually you do the head next, but I am wondering whether to do the head last, honestly, so that I can check that I've got enough for the body, then I can go from there and do the head later. So yeah, I'm going to get started. If you want to join, then you can keep watching. I have just finished the tail. It looks a little like this. I think it looks quite cute. I think she has, I can't really see pictures of her tail, but there is like some ginger parts in it. I tried to replicate that, and so I feel like that's okay. I've left a really long tail so I can try and sew that on, even though I don't know how good this yarn's going to be for sewing. I am going to do her head actually next. I think I'm going to do mostly the tab for the magic ring with like one stitch off, but I'm trying to work out where that stitch is in comparison to where her ears are going to be so that I can have it in the right place. So where her ear frame I hope is going to be, it will blend really nicely with her head. If not, I might have to go back and change. From what I can see, all of the white stitches are in the middle, so we're going to try that. This is where I'm at. So this is the front, and I'm just about to do the bubble stitches, but I don't know if the bubble stitches are going to be a problem if I wanted to do them in different colours. I think it will be okay. One of them I just wanted to put a bit of black in because on her left side she's got more black on her face. She's also got black whiskers, but I also could add that after with embroidery. She's also got more black on this side under her chin, so I need to make sure that I try and do that as well. I kind of wish that I'd done all black here though, so I might rip that back and do that again because I quite like the idea of it being black here just above her nose. Let's see. So I just wanted to jump in because I am in a pretty good place with this. I think I'm gonna be okay, but it's definitely looking a little bit sparse on the yarn, and I haven't done the ears yet or anything like that. But obviously you saw me do the tail. This is what the tails looks like, and then you've got the head. The head looks like this right now. Well, they always look really weird like at this stage. It doesn't have ears, doesn't have any embroidery, doesn't have safety eyes. I want to make sure that I've got the body sorted with this yarn before I do any sort of things that are going to be a pain to get rid of. I also just finished her 2 little front legs, and I've tried to do my best in regards to matching them. There's not many rows in the front legs. I've just kind of done the best I can. Aren't they cute? The next thing to do is the body. I'm going to start doing that, and hopefully I should be good. Just give it a go. Just wanted to give a little update. It is currently 8:30 in the evening, and I think I started this about 20 to 3. We have finally, because oh my gosh, I just got so frustrated because it was just going so poorly. Like the numbers weren't adding up and things like that. And I've done this before, and there's nothing wrong with the pattern. It was just me, and I was just making it more difficult, I think, as well, because since I'm doing so many colour changes all the time. This is what it looks like from front on. Obviously, I've got my stitch markers still, but we can ignore the stitch markers. This is what it looks like from the side. So it looks like from the other side, and then that's from the back. And then also finished her head. I'm really excited to get the ears on her, and it's kind of difficult to see where everything needs to go, but I think I'm happy with the eye placement. They look quite cute. I think I'm going to end up doing the white of the eye, even though I don't know if it's going to work with these, but I want to try it. Yeah, she needs her nose and her little whiskers, and then she's got black whiskers on the other side. So cool. I'd like to try and get this finished today. So far she's looking very cookie dough, so that's how she's looking. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to stuff and then see how it looks. I'm just about to do like the embroidery. I've just stuffed and it looks really cute. And I am thinking about maybe doing the ears first, but I'm just trying to find all my embroidery thread. So this is what I used for the cat last time. I know that because it's got DMC thread labeling it. And then I'm kind of stuck between these 3 for her nose. I'm going to mix up her nose with like a few spots of pink. She has quite like a peachy colour nose, which is why I pulled this peach up. But this is like very orange, and I'm worried that next to that it's just going to be way too orange. And also it doesn't particularly look amazing with these colours either. I mean, it's not too bad. Or there's like this dark pink, which could be cute. Or there's like the light pink, and I think the light pink is probably the nicest one, like the one that matches maybe the most. I'm gonna get the grey done first, I think, so I can map out the nose. So give me a chance to do the whiskers, because the whiskers on one side will be this colour, and then on the other side they will be white, because I want to try and match it as best as I can. It'll be okay. So I think I'm maybe gonna do the ears first, try and get them crocheted, and then I'm gonna focus on the embroidery, because then we're on the home stretch. I'm starting to feel really happy with it. I just hope that that continues. So yeah, that's my little check-in. I had done both of her ears, but I just wasn't very happy with them, and I've redone them and they look better. I'm hoping that once I get the nose on, because the nose is a different colour, it's going to bring the whole thing together. Remember the little bits under the eyes as well will also really help, I hope. Yeah, that's her with her ears. She does look cute. I think it's just the colours that are throwing me off. It is currently almost 10:30, so a bit late, but I still haven't finished. And I didn't think I was going to, per se. The body's still in the same scenario, still stuffed, just ready to be attached. I've just finished a few little details on her, and she's so damn cute. I added a nose. I might do something more to it as well. I've also added a little bit of white. It's kind of not really that noticeable, but I am hoping it's noticeable enough where it's like subtle and it looks cute. If not, I'll have to grab a bigger strand and hot glue it down, but I just don't really want to use hot glue right now. That's how she's looking. I still need to do her whiskers, and I want to try and add some pink on her nose. I really do. We'll see if we get to that point, but I think the eye details, it really helps to have like the little whites. So I'm gonna continue working on her embroidery whilst I watch a bit of YouTube still. I don't think I'm gonna have her sewn on her body by the end of today, purely because it's using black yarn and I have to see my stitches, and I'm not doing that. So I think I'll save that for tomorrow, but I want to have everything else pretty much done. Now I've got her nose, it splits up the black a bit more and she looks really cute. And these eyes are so cool. My first time trying like sinker type eyes with like the glitter as well, and it's so cute. This might be a regular thing, but yeah, it's cute. So it's not the next day, it's 2 days after, I think. We've had a very special day here. We've had the final part of the funeral for my granddad, and it has just been a really lovely day. Yeah, whilst it is very nice outside, I thought I would just do this now. Although I said that I wasn't going to finish her on that night, I kind of actually did. I got over my frustration with like the decreased part of her body, and then I got the motivation to get the black DK yarn that I needed and my neck light so that I could continue to do that. So let's go over what I have done for her. I redid her ears I think about 3 times because I wasn't happy with them. The embroidery, however, I was very happy with pretty much first time, and I think that made such a huge difference. I do find that this step is not to be missed, as particularly I've been doing this with my recent plushes but also then going forward, and this is because it's such a polished and sweet detail to add and to have on the plushie. I have tried, I don't know if you can see, I have tried to add the mixture of grey and pink on her nose because she does have that in her photos, and I've also done different coloured whiskers for her on either side because she also has that in real life as well. There's one side where she has white whiskers and one side where she has black whiskers. These safety eyes I hadn't used before. They give a little bit more than just like the black safety eyes. I am really glad that I chose these because the ones that I had for her originally I think definitely would have been too small. I did try the 12mm and again that was still too small. I'm pretty sure the original one's a 10mm. I tried a 12, but as a note, these ones are a 14mm and they also have like a yellow glitter insert, I guess the word would be. As for the yarn, this yarn is 100 grams. It is 100% polyester and it will run you for about £4 a skein at Hobbycraft. This is their own brand, Knitcraft by Hobbycraft. Of the black, I used 46 grams of this black colour, and then of the tan, I used 42 grams. These were the colours that were the closest out of that range of yarn, and they were picked by the person that commissioned her. Overall, I think I'm happy with this yarn. It is soft, but not chenille soft. And honestly, I've never had any blanket yarn like this. For example, Baby Blanket could be comparable with its makeup at least, but I can't really give a 100% opinion on that or how it holds up to just a general blanket yarn. I didn't find it squeaky. I didn't find any knots in either of these two, from what I've used at least. So from half the skeins I've used so far, I've not found any knots, and I've not found any inconsistencies with the thickness or the colour, because that's also quite good throughout from these 2 skeins that I've tried. It wasn't overly frustrating to work with either. It doesn't glide like a soft chenille would, so that was something to get used to. And then when I did have to put it back several times because this was a very custom. Although it did start to like curl in on itself and it like crimped up a little bit, it didn't have any like noticeable sections that had fallen out or got destroyed in that frogging process either, so it didn't really cause anything that could be completely unusable. Basically, it recommends an 8mm crochet hook, but for amigurumi you usually size down, but I didn't have a 7mm, so I used a 6mm and that worked just fine for me. It was tight, but I think any bigger it might not work for amigurumi as much as maybe you'd hope it would. That might be because in my experience when you use a chenille yarn, because it's fluffy, it kind of fills the gaps, whereas this is a lot more, is dense the word I'm looking for? I'm not really sure. So I think it's a really great yarn actually, and I think I'd possibly be interested in knitting or crocheting a blanket with it, possibly. I did enjoy working with it, but I have no intentions of purchasing anymore right now. I do just hope when it comes to these types of yarns, the producer of this Knitcraft yarn can keep it in stock as much as possible, just so it can be accessible to everyone and they actually have the ability and the option to buy it when they want and need to, and it's there, you know, ready for them. Same with like the whole range. Like the Plushy Pals is really lovely yarn. So the Plushy Pals is the chenille, this is more of like a blanket yarn. So yeah, that's what I think of the yarn. This is obviously coming from someone that has never used the blanket yarn. I have used a lot of chenille and I think it's cute. I think it's cool, and the colours are better than Plushy Pals, but could be nice to have some more colours. Although she does give a bit of a cookie dough, she is still very cute. So yeah, a little project vlog and a yarn review in one, I guess. I did add a little ribbon to her and a little bell just now, so that does mean that she is officially completely finished and she's ready to go to her new mama. I think you can see in the clips, although I was really quite unsure to start with, like right at the start of the project, and kind of like crocheting through it and not being really sure at all about it, I think she actually turned out really cute. I just love her. This is like the worst part, is that like I love so many things that I make and then I get like semi-attached to them, but at the end of the day I wouldn't have made it if it weren't for someone wanting it, so it's okay. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this little absolute cutie and also the yarn. And from me and this little kitten, I would like to say a huge thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!